Most agencies are sinking days every month on exactly the same boring tasks for every single client. So do the math. If ArgSEO's outputs are good enough for first draft, you would get hundreds of hours back every month. This leaves the million-dollar question, are the outputs good enough for first draft? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the evidence, and then you can make up your own mind. So we'll start off inside the dashboard. The first thing you want to do is go to the project area. You can click in to see the client project you're working on, manage the automations, and get quick access to your outputs. From here, let's create a new project. We'll add the basics, the domain, the target market. The UI keeps everything as simple as possible. In case anyone doesn't know, market here is needed so you get the right search volume, rankings and crawl origin. You have some optional fields here for if you want to add your own keywords or nuance. Once that's set up, we simply click a button and start the research and audit process. Now this is not instant, and that's deliberate. The automation can take around 30 minutes because there's over 100 steps happening behind the scenes. Polling data for SEO for the SEO data, 7 separate AI agents, database rights, creating Google Drive file structure, lots of stuff. So the research is now complete. Let's have a look at the outputs. This is the keyword and ranking data. This is the market share, showing the top players and estimated clicks. This is the competitor audit data, which includes top-level link, content, and tech audits. Clusters here is the most important research output. The clusters have been validated by checking that at least one like-for-like business currently ranks on page 1, thus ensuring we aren't wasting time on clusters where there's zero chance of ranking on page 1. Each row has all the data you need to research the topic and write a half-decent page of content, including keywords, top-ranked URLs, etc. But we're not ready for that yet. If a keyword is technically relevant but commercially useless, we can remove it. If the client has a service they don't want us to push, we can deprioritize it. This is where the human expertise comes in. The automation is doing the heavy lifting, but you're still the strategist, and that's how it should be. I want AI giving me a very strong draft with all the logic visible so I can make a better decision faster. That's the real value. Once we approve the clusters, ArgSEO uses those decisions for the next stage. So the AI only plans based on what we've approved here. That's how you keep the workflow under control. Now we move into planning. This is where ArgSEO maps URLs and gives you a content delivery plan. You choose the project length, delivery cadence, and start date, then go. You'll see the topic, priority, page type, search intent. Some pages might be service pages, some might be supporting blog content, some might be comparison pages, location pages, guides, or glossary style assets. These page types are all predefined and AI selects the closest match. But there's also a feature to create custom templates, which is handy if your client has a dodgy CMS. You can amend this via the UI, or also export or import this as a CSV. Before we move on, a quick look at the secret sauce. During the planning automation, we generate this brand playbook document. This is a data-rich source of truth that's made from a scrape of the client's site. It contains brand voice, language to use, language to avoid, USPs, quotes, statistics, awards, everything that makes the brand unique. It also contains a library of useful URLs that we can use for internal links. You can also customize this. To ensure your source of truth is the whole truth, you can ask your client for feedback and then regenerate. When you give this document to your content brief agent, you get content that could have been written by a seasoned in-house copywriter. And this is a big one if you're freelancing or running a small agency. Okay, so you've got an approved playbook and you're happy with your roadmap. Let's go to delivery. More customization here. Choose whether you want full copywriting or just the page brief. Then we turn it on. Done. This automation runs daily and will deliver all of your content according to the plan. The brief pulls from the approved clusters, the planning logic, the page template, and the brand playbook. It also researches the top competitor pages, and then it also goes through a QA process. So the output here is not going to be just another generic brief. These briefs benefit from all of the decisions we've made since the very first step. You've got the target query, search intent, recommended structure, content angles, internal linking opportunities, and notes for the writer. Again, I'm not going to pretend you should publish this blindly, but as a first draft, this has done a lot of the heavy lifting. The structure is there, the intent is there, the brand rules are being applied, the page type rules are being applied, and because the workflow is controlled, the outputs are much more consistent than a one-off prompt. Look, I think the future is automation systems like this. Systems that do the repetitive work, systems that enforce consistency, systems that make it easier to deliver and scale professional work without drowning in admin. If you're already freelancing, ArgSEO is built to help you deliver faster and protect your margins. If you run a small agency, it's built to make your process more consistent across clients and team members. And if you're agency side right now and you don't even know that you want to freelance yet, but you do like the idea of earning extra money without giving up every evening to admin, this could be for you too. If it sounds useful, check out ArgSEO.